恩典
Praise the Lord for His mercy.
今天有机会到大家的教会来证道。
And today I have this opportunity to share the message with you.
我是潮州人，
I'm from 潮州，
所以我讲国语的时候也是有一点潮州音的。
so when I speak the Mandarin, I have some accent.
可是今天我们的经文是在士师记第7章。
And today the message is the book of Judges and chapter 7.
我们就看第9到23节。
Let's look at the verse 9 to 23.
请我们大家一起站起来好不好？
Please stand up.
我们就一起念这一段的经文。
Let's read together.
耶和华吩咐基甸说：“起来，下到米甸营里去，我会将他们交在你的手中。倘若你怕下去，就带你的仆人普拉下到那里去。你必听见他们所说的，然后你就怎样下去攻击。”
于是基甸带着仆人普拉下到米甸，
米甸人、亚比人和一切东方人都散在平原，如同蝗虫那样多。
他们的骆驼无数，多如海边的沙。基甸到了，就听见一个人将梦告诉主办说：“
我做了一梦，梦见一个大麦饼回到米甸天空，到了山谷，叫帐篷撞倒，帐篷就翻转倾覆。
他同伴说：“这不是别的，乃是以色列人约阿施的儿子基甸的刀。神将米甸和全军都交在他的手中。”
基甸听见这梦和梦的讲解，
就敬拜神，回到
以色列营中说：“起来吧，耶和华将米甸的军队交在你手中。”于是基甸将300人分作3队，把脚和头瓶交在各人手里，瓶内都藏着火把，
吩咐他们说：“你们要看我行事，我到你们旁边怎样行，你们也要怎样行。我一切跟随我的人吹角的时候，他们也在你们的四围吹角，看着说：耶和华是基甸的刀。基甸和跟随他的100人，在3更之初，才换更的时候，来到营旁，就吹角，打破手中的瓶。3队的人都就吹角，打破瓶子，左手拿着火把，右手拿着角，喊着说：耶和华和基甸的刀。他们在营的四围隔战隔的地方，全营的人都围着，300人大喊，使他们逃跑。300人就追着，耶和华使全营的人用刀互相击杀，逃到西拉雅的石帕，是逃到靠近哈巴的阿伯蒙德拉。以色列人就拿法他利和马拿西全力去赶来追赶米甸人。
好，请坐。
Please be seated.
今天我跟大家思想的经文是从这个士师记第7章出来的。
Today the message I'm going to share with you is from the book of Judges, the chapter 7.
我们看到基甸是一个信心的战士，
And we see that Gideon, he is the warrior with faith.
神呼召基甸来带领以色列人去对抗米甸人。
So God called up Gideon to lead the Israelites to defeat the Midianites.
因着神的大能跟大力，
And because God's almighty power,
基甸得到胜利。
so Gideon win the victory.
这个故事的背景其实是在第6章。
So the background of this story actually is in the chapter 6.
士师记第6章告诉我们以色列人又行耶和华眼中看为恶的事。
So in chapter 6 of Judges, talking about the Israelites, they did the evil things in God's eyes.
所以神就把以色列人交在这个米甸人的手中7年。
Therefore, God just gave Israelites in Midianites' hands for 7 years.
什么是神看为恶的事呢？
So what are the things that look evil in God's eyes?
原来以色列人跟他们去敬拜偶像，
Because the Israelites, they worship idols.
这个偶像是巴力。
And this idol is Baal.
巴力有什么不好呢？
So what about the Baal? What bad is it?
他们在敬拜巴力的时候是要用婴孩去做这个献祭，
So when they worship Baal, they use the infants as a sacrifice.
把小孩子、婴孩杀了，敬拜巴力。
So they kill the infants to worship Baal.
这个神眼中看为恶的，
So this is the evil thing in God's eyes.
所以神将以色列人交在米甸人的手里面。
And therefore God just turned Israelites in the Midianites' hands.
米甸人是什么人呢？
And who are Midianites?
米甸人其实是一些沙漠的民族，他们住在以色列人东南200里的沙漠里面。
Actually, they are the nomadic people. They live in the desert about 200 miles.
他们人数很多，
They have a lot of population.
而且他们有一种特别的武器，
And they have a special weapon.
他们就是用骆驼。
They use camel.
骆驼就是好像我们今天的坦克车一样，
It's just like a tank today.
在沙漠里面一起冲锋的时候
So in the desert, when they just do the battle,
是非常吓人的。
it's very amazing and astonished, scary.
所以他们人多势众，再加上有骆驼，
So with their large population and with their camels,
以色列人没有办法抵挡他们。
Israelites just cannot defeat them.
他们在什么时候来搞扰以色列人呢？
So when do they do that?
就是在以色列人栽种的时候，他们就来了。
So they defeat them during the season of planting.
说明他来的时候，把他们栽种的时候的东西都摧毁了。
So when they came and they just destroy everything that they planted,
也把他们的食物抢走。
and also they loot the food.
所以圣经里面告诉我们，以色列人结果都不能在外面住，要在山路里面挖洞来居住。
So therefore the Israelites, they just have to live in a cave.
所以他们食物又不够，生活又贫苦，
And they don't have enough food, and their life is just miserable.
无以为生，就向神呼求。
So it's so hard to survive that they would cry out to God.
于是神就派他的仆人使者，
Therefore God sent his ambassador.
到了一个地方叫俄弗拉，
So they went to this place. It's called Ophrah.
坐在这个阿比以谢人这个约阿施的橡树下。
So they just sit under the oak tree, and it belongs to the Abisrites of the Joash.
那个时候，这个约阿施的儿子基甸，
So during that time, the son of Joash, and his name is Gideon.
他就在酒闸里面打麦。
So he threshed the wheat in the wine presses.
圣经告诉我们，他在酒闸里面打麦，是因为要防避米甸人。
So the Bible told us the reason he did that is because he has to stay away from the Midianites.
为什么又在酒闸里面打麦呢？因为在这里面打麦的时候，可能米甸人没有看到。
So why Gideon has to thresh the wheat in the wine presses
因为
is
通常如果你在空旷里面的地方打麦的时候，就会扬起尘土。
the reason he did it there is because if he did it outside, and then it would raise up the dust.
所以米甸人就看到就会来了。
If that way, and then the Midianites, they will see it, then they will come.
酒闸本来是用来做酒的地方，地方不大，
So the wine presses place actually is a place to make wine. It's not a big place,
地方是浅窄的，
and the place is very shallow,
可是安全。
but it's safe.
这个时候，基甸偷偷躲在酒闸里面打麦的时候，神的使者就对他说
So during this moment when Gideon was making this to do the thresh the wheat, and God's ambassador came to him.
在6章12节里面，这个使者说
In the chapter 6 verse 12, and so this ambassador said,
他说大能的勇士啊，耶和华与你同在。
and he said, mighty warrior, God is with you.
或者你看到这一段经文的时候，你会觉得好笑，
So when you see this verse, you may think it's funny.
怎么会是一个大能的勇士呢？
So how come Gideon, he is a mighty warrior?
明明是害怕才躲起来嘛。
And obviously, he just was so scared, and that's why he hid it.
可是，在我们人来看的，跟上帝看的不一样。
But in our eyes and in God's eyes, it's different.
在神的眼中，
In
基
God's
甸是一
eyes,
个勇士。
in God's eyes, Gideon is a mighty warrior.
神用他超乎常人的智慧眼光看得到。
So God uses an ordinary viewpoint to see it.
神拣选基甸，
So God chose Gideon
因为他不是一个普通人，
because he is not an ordinary person
有3个原因。
for 3 reasons.
第一个原因
Number 1,
是他不向时代低头。
he did not bow his neck to the age.
我们生活在社会上会遇到压力，
So when we like us, we live in the society, we face all the pressures.
我们在我们的世代里面有我们时代的压力，
In our age, we have our own pressure.
我们有社会的压力，
It's from the society,
我们朋友的压力，
from our friends,
有同学的压力，
classmates,
家庭的压力，
family,
工作的压力，
from work,
经济的压力，
from the economy.
往往会让人向压力低头。
Oftentimes, all those things will make us just bow our neck to those situations.
基甸没有向时代低头，
But Gideon, he did not bow his neck to the pressure.
以色列人离开神，
And Israelites, they stay away from God.
敬拜巴力。
They worship Baal.
基甸没有，
Gideon, he didn't.
他看见以色列人离开神，
So he saw that the Israelites, they're away from God.
他心里面痛苦。
He feel very sorrow.
其实圣经里面第6章，我们看到连基甸的爸爸自己也敬拜巴力。
And in the scripture also talking about even Gideon's father also worshiped this idol Baal.
所以神的使者对基甸说
Therefore, God's ambassador told Gideon,
你把你爸爸家里基甸的坛拆毁，
demolish the altar of that your father worship,
把那个偶像也砍掉，
and just cut off those idols.
而且把你爸爸家里第2头的牛
And also just took those the cows that your father has
献在耶和华的殿上
and
坛上。
killed those cows and send the offering to God.
所以这是一个很特别的行动。
So this is a
把
very
巴力的神坛拆毁，为耶和华建一个坛。
so this is a very special things because to demolish the idols and then build an altar to worship God
然后为耶和华献上这个献祭。
and send offering to God.
基甸按照神的吩咐，一样的做了。
Gideon followed God's command and he just did whatever the God says.
各位弟兄姊妹，我们思想一下，
Dear brother, sister, let's think about this.
如果今天因为你信仰的缘故，
If today, because of your belief,
你要违背你的父母或是家庭的传统，
you have to disobey the tradition in your family.
只是容易的事情吗？
Is it easy?
基甸看透了敬拜偶像的丑陋，
And Gideon, he see the sins and to worship idols.
是罪，
It is a sin.
所以他连他爸爸的坛也拆了。
So even his father's altar, he demolished.
他照神的旨意去行。
He followed God's will.
第2天，
The second day,
圣经里面告诉我们，城里面的人看到了，
and the Bible tells us that the people in the town and they see the things that happened, the altar was demolished.
巴力的偶像毁了，
And the altar of Baal was demolished.
巴力的坛也没有了，
And the altar is gone.
所以他们就调查一下，
So they just kind of investigate.
马上就知道啊，原来是基甸所干的，
And they found out it's the Gideon who he did it.
所以他们就来找基甸的爸爸说，把你的儿子交出来，
So they went to his father and said, just call your son out.
我们要对付他。
And we just have to treat him.
可是巴力的爸爸啊，基甸的爸爸也有一点智慧啊。
But Gideon's father also has a little wisdom.
他说，巴力如果是神啊，
And he said, if Baal is God,
有人拆他的坛，
if somebody demolishes the altar,
就让他自己跟这个人争议吧。
so just let himself bow himself to argue with it.
所以当日的人称这个基甸为耶路巴力。
So therefore, the people they call Gideon the name they call him the Jerubbaal.
就是意思说他拆毁了巴力的坛，让巴力就跟他自己去议论吧。
And that means he demolished the altar of Baal and just let Baal just argue with them.
基甸特别的地方
The special part about Gideon,
就是他没有向时代低头，
and that is he did not bow his neck to the age.
他更向时代讨战。
He even challenged the age.
第二个神选用基甸的原因，
And number two, the reason that God chose Gideon
就是他凭信心，
is because he go by faith,
不凭眼见。
not by his eyesight.
当神的使者呼召基甸的时候，
When God's messenger called him,
他曾经推诿说
and he used to just kind of refuse.
哎，我是不行的，
And he said, I can't.
我没有这个能力。
I don't have this ability.
我在家里啊，我们马拿西族是最小的，
In our family, we're the family of the Manasseh, and we're just the little one.
我在我爸爸家中也是最小年幼的。
In my father's house, I'm the youngest one.
但是神的使者说，如果神与你同在，
And then the God's messenger said, if God is with you,
你就一定能够打击米甸人，
for sure you can defeat the
好像打
Midianites.
击一人一样。
And just like just defeat one person.
基甸就说好，
And-
那请你给我一个证据。
And Gideon just prayed to God, said, okay, just please give me an evidence.
他要查明清楚这个跟他说话的使者是不是从耶和华而来，
Because he wants to make sure the one who talked to him is from God.
所以他马上预备了肉和饼，加上汤。
And therefore Gideon, he prepared the meat and unleavened bread and soup
他就放在磐石上，
and put it on a rock.
神的使者伸出手中的杖。
So God's ambassador just take out the rod in his hand.
圣经告诉我们，有火从磐石出来，
So the Bible tells us there's fire came out of the stone
烧尽了肉和饼。
and burned all the meat and those bread.
这基甸就知道这是神的使者，
Then Gideon realized this is God's ambassador.
然后他又要求
And he also requested,
说：“耶和华，如果是你的旨意，让你给我能够再看见清楚一点。
so he prayed to God that if you just please give me another, just one more evidence.
我把羊毛放在草上，
And I just put the hair of the lamb on the grass.
早上起来的时候，
And in the morning,
如果的羊毛是湿的，草是干的，
if the hair of the lamb, the sheep is wet, but the grass is dry,
我就知道是真的。
then I know it's true.
结果果真如此。
And outcome that it's true.
然后基甸又说：“我们再来一次，现在是要这个羊毛是干的，周围是湿的。”
And then Gideon said another thing, say, please just show me that the hair of the sheep is dry, but the grass is wet.
结果又是一样，
And the outcome is the same.
是不是基甸信心不够啊？
Is it because Gideon, he does not have enough faith?
他的求证不是他的信心不够，
And he's just asking for the evidence. It's not because his faith is not enough.
而是他谨慎。
It is because he's very cautious.
我们在面对真理的时候，
When we face God's truth,
我们也要小心。
we have to be very careful.
现在外面很多人在传扬很多的圣经里面的道理，
And nowadays, a lot of people, they share the message in the Bible.
表面好像是真的，
And to show it's true.
看起来好像很对，
It looks like it sounds it's true.
都不一定是真的。
It may not be true.
我现在还在念书，
Now I'm still studying.
我念书的学校有一个同学，
In my school, I have a classmate,
这个同学带了一个 flash drive 回来，
and he brought a flash drive,
放在电脑里面。
and he put it in the
他说
computer.
这个资料3小时啊，
And he said, well, this message has 3 hours.
很多跟基督教有关系的东西，
And it shared about a lot of things, information about Christianity.
拉前推后，
And then just share just back and forth all the
拖
things.
左拉右，
And just share about just all different
看起
topics.
来好像是真的，
Looks like it's true.
可是越看越好像不是真的。
But the more we look at it, and it's not true.
我们现在这个世代，
In nowadays age,
外面有很多异端，
a lot of heresies.
所以我们要非常之小心。
So we have to be very careful.
我们对真理要谨慎。
We have to be very cautious about the truth.
基甸是一个有信心的人，
Gideon is the one who has faith,
可是他不是一个粗心大意的人。
but he's not a person just not cautious.
有些时候我们做基督徒啊，我们充满爱心；
A lot of times, like us, with a Christian, we have full of love.
有些时候却粗心大意。
Even though we have a loving heart, but we are not careful enough.
所以我以前牧会的时候，就会遇到很多这样的姊妹或是弟兄。
And therefore, when I pastor the churches, we have a brother sister like that.
我们可以从基甸的身上学习一点功课。
We can learn from Gideon's life.
所以米甸人虽然圣经里面说多如蝗虫，
So in the Bible, talking about the Midianites, even though they have large population, just like a locust,
数也数不尽。
it's just countless.
可是以色列人人手不多。
And the Israelites, they don't have enough people.
当基甸知道神真正拣选他的时候，
When Gideon, he knows that God chose him,
他就不怕了。
he has no fear.
第三个原因，神拣选基甸，
The third reason that God chose Gideon,
就是因为基甸非常的顺服。
because he obeyed God.
圣经里面告诉我们，米甸人、亚玛利人，再加上东方各族的人，
And the Bible says that Midianites, also the Amalekites, plus the eastern part, all those people.
他们上来要攻打以色列人，
And they came to attack Israelites.
他们总共有13多万人。
And the total, they have like 130,000 people.
那基甸带着以色列人呢，只有32000人。
But Gideon, he only led like 30,000 Israelites.
可是耶和华对基甸说：“32000多人太多人。
But God told Gideon that 32,000 people, that's too many.
我们中国人有一个韩信啊，
In Chinese, we have the soldier called Han Xing.
他说韩信这个人点兵是越多越好的。
In the Chinese, we talk about it, when Han Xing, he count those soldiers, the more the better.
打仗的时候，我们如果了解的时候啊，就是在攻击的战争里面，
So when we talk about when we have the war during the time to attack the enemy,
这个 offensive
Offense-
operations
offensive operation.
是兵力要对方的3倍。
So the power has to be like 3 times of the other side.
如果是防守的战争
If it's the kind of war, you just kind of defensive operation.
就是最少也有1/3的兵力。
And at least they have like 1/3 of the power.
所以如果从人的角度来看呢，这个完全不行的。
So from people's viewpoint, this is just kind of impossible.
可是上帝说32000人太多，
But God said 32,000 people is too many.
基甸也没有跟神争论，
And Gideon did not argue with God.
所以他就说：
Therefore,
你们谁怕死的回家。
Therefore, Gideon told those soldiers, whoever is afraid to die, you can go home.
22000人马上回家，
So 22,000 soldiers went home.
那剩下1万人。
And then they have 10,000 left.
1万人，上帝对基甸说：还是太多人，
And God just told Gideon, still too many.
你就把这1万人带到水边去喝水，
And he said, you just let those 10,000 people by the water to drink water
看他们怎么样喝水。
and see how they drink water.
他们如果很小心用手拿水上来喝的，
If they're very careful, just use their hand to hold the water.
有些人是一看到水就马上跳下去拼命喝的。
Some people, when they saw the water, they just ran to it and they just kneel down.
那两样人分开，
and separate those two kind of people.
结果才有300个人非常的小心，慢慢的喝水。
And therefore, there are 300 people. They were very careful to drink the water.
上帝说：“你就用这300人，
God told Gideon, just use these 300 people.
其他人回家。
The rest, just go home.
如果你是基甸，你会怎么样说？
If you were Gideon, what would you say?
13万人，
130,000, 300.
怕要死了，我一定怕啊！
If it's me,
我
I
上
have,
过很
I
多
have
次
been,
战场了，也到过前线去好几次。
I was in the battle many times.
第一次海湾战争，第二次海湾战争，我都有份。
The first time and the second time of the war, and I was part of
First
them.
Gulf War and second Gulf War.
The Gulf War, first and second times, I was there.
可是这是上帝的作战计划。
But this is God's plan to fight the war.
于是基甸完全顺服神，
So Gideon, he followed God.
兵分3队，
So he set the soldiers in like a 3 group.
每队100人，
So each group has 100 people.
拿了号角、火把，
So they brought a trumpet and a torch.
火把藏在这个瓶子里面。
They hid the torch in the empty jars.
他们就出发到了米甸人的营地，
So they went to the Midianites the place.
在3更的时候，
So at the beginning of the middle watch,
米甸人都在睡觉，
and Midianites, they were sleeping.
他们就吹号角，
So they blew the trumpet,
打破瓶中的，拿出火来，
and they just break the jars and just take out the torch.
右手吹角，左手拿着火把，
So the right hand, they blow the trumpet, and the left hand, they hold the torch.
然后大声的呼喊：
So they just yell very loud.
耶和华和基甸的刀。
And they said the sword of God and a Gideon.
这300个勇士
At a time, the 300 warrior,
各就各位。
each one of them, they stand at their place.
圣经里面的记录就是这样：
And this is what the Bible recorded.
米甸人乱作一团，
And all the Midianites, they just in the chaos.
而且耶和华令他们用刀的互相击杀。
And God commanded them use sword to like kill each other.
于是他们就溃败了。
Therefore, the Midianites, they were defeated.
基甸带领以色列人就追赶米甸人，
Then Gideon led the Israelites to chase after Midianites,
大大的胜利。
and they won the victory.
以色列人后来有一个比喻说，
And therefore, later the Israelites, they
他
have
们
this
在
parable to
胜利
say.
的时候就会说，好像米甸人的日子一样。
So when they win the victory, and they will say, it's just like the days of the Midianites.
各位弟兄姊妹，
Dear brother, sister,
基甸是一个伟大的战士，
Gideon, he is a great warrior.
不是因为他有了不起的力量，
It's not because how great power he has.
他的秘密是他的信心。
The secret is his faith.
他不向罪恶低头，
He did not bow his neck to sins.
他向耶和华支取他的力量。
He just received the power, the strength from God.
我们今天生活在美国这个地方，
And today we live in the United States.
好像是一个天堂，
It seems like we live in a heaven.
可是也是罪恶的大熔炉，
But this is a place which is full of sins.
人心反叛神。
And the people's heart disobey God.
从我们的政府，
From the government,
我们的最高法庭，
from the court, the highest court, Supreme Court,
都与神敌对。
they're all against God.
我们的社会道德败坏啊，
And the morality of the society is just kind of
人
rotten.
人都有自己的偶像，
Everyone has his own idol.
各有各拜。
And they just worship their own idol.
一个思想，
And they're thinking
一个理论，
like a
一
theory.
个学说，
And just then like article.
甚至个人的自由，
Or even everyone's the freedom
都可以变为我们的偶像。
could be an idol.
在传统上，我们看到有人用一张纸、
So in tradition, we see some people like they use just one piece of paper,
一块木头，
maybe like a piece of wood,
可能一块石头，
maybe a piece of a rock,
雕刻一个偶像。
and they carved an idol.
可是，在我们现代的社会里面，
And then also in the society today,
偶像是无形不在的。
The idols, it's just the kind of everywhere.
我小的时候在学校里面念书，在香港长大的时候，
When I was a child, I live in Hong Kong.
看到人家讲这个风水的事情，我觉得根本是完全不可以信。
I heard people talking about feng shui, and I just cannot believe it.
可是现在风水在美国流行起来了，
But today, it's very popular feng shui in
简直不能
United
相信。
States. I just cannot imagine.
各位弟兄姊妹，
Dear brothers and sisters,
我们生活在一个充满偶像的社会里面，
we live in this society. It's full of idols.
我们希望有改变。
We hope there's a change.
我们对社会有很多现状也不满，
And we're not satisfied with all the things
我
happen
们
in the
也希望有
society.
改变。
We also hope there's a change.
最近美国开始要大选了，
And recently, the United States will have the vote, the election.
共和党有17个候选人啊，
And the Republican, they have 17 candidates.
其中有一个叫 Donald Trump 啊，大家都听到了。
And there's one, his name is Donald Trump, you know.
哇，这个人从来没有想到他可以出来，可以竞选，可以领先的。
And this person just cannot imagine that he didn't
将
know
来
that
我
he
们
can.
不知道啊，可是现在他
at the
是
front.
number one。
And now, he's the number one.
我们以为政府可以救我们啊，
So we thought the government can save us.
政府不能救我们，
No, government can't.
只有上帝耶稣基督的救恩
Only with the salvation from Jesus Christ
能够救我们。
is able to save us.
我们不要迷信
Do not have a superstitious
我们自己的政府，
about our government.
我们要支持我们的政府。
We need to support our government.
我在部队里面28年，
I was in the army for 28 years.
我知道，
I know.
在最后的关头我都受不了了。
At the last moment, I cannot stand it.
在我们的社会里面，我们可能没有机会看到。
In our society, maybe we don't see that.
我们在部队里面有很多事情叫做 executive orders，
In our army, it's called executive orders.
这是谁从哪儿来的？
Where does it come from?
从白宫里面来的。
From the White House.
很多不应该发生的事情都发生了，
A lot of things, it shouldn't happen, but it did happen.
变成无法无天。
And just become just out of control.
可是他是三军总司令。
But they're the chief command.
当你在 under uniform 的时候，
When you are under the
你
uniform,
不能乱讲话，
you cannot say any words. You have
不
to be
然的话
cautious.
军法一对，
Otherwise, the military corps they
最后我
they
说我
will
不干了，
treat you. Therefore, I quit.
我退休了。
I retired.
我们是世上的盐，
We are the salt in this world.
我们是世上的光，
We are the light of this world.
我们要广传福音，
We have to share gospel.
才是真正改变世界的，
And that's the only way to change this world
真正改变社会的。
and to change this world.
今天让我们学习基甸的信心，
And today we learn about Gideon's faith,
不用我们的眼睛来看。
not by our eyesight.
米甸人好像蝗虫那样多，
And the Midianites, their numbers just like a locust,
还有强力的骆驼，
and also have all those camels.
我们也不怕，
We're not afraid.
我们不要灰心。
Do not be discouraged.
讲到灰心啊，
When we talk about discouragement,
有没有人是没有灰心过的？
any one of you don't have this discouraging situation
在
before.
我的一生里面，我灰心的我不知道多少次，
In my whole life, I have many times I was
每
discouraged,
次我都站立起来，
but every time I stand up
因为我知道创始成终的神
because I know the God, the Creator, and the
是
eternal God.
我的依靠。
He is the one that I rely on.
所以今天你有没有困难？
Therefore, today, do you have any trouble?
你有没有事业的压力？
Do you have any pressure that unemployment?
有没有家庭的困难？
Do you have the family issue?
你有没有肉体的疾病？
Do you have an illness?
心灵里面有没有挣扎？
Are you struggling spiritually?
好像当日以色列人一样，看到米甸人来了，
Just like Israelites, when they saw the Midianites came,
看下去，哇，蝗虫一样多，
and when he saw that, it just the number just a lot, just like a locust,
心中害怕起来。
and has a fear.
可是耶和华的灵临到基甸的身上，
But when the Spirit from God to be with him,
他就刚强起来。
and then he just stand firm and be strong.
所以今天如果我们遇到挣扎，
Therefore, today, if you're struggling with something,
我们灰心、
if you are discouraged,
困难，
you have trouble,
我们要先求神的灵复兴我们，
we should ask God's Holy Spirit to give us, to renew us.
我们回到神的真理里面，
Let's return to God's words.
我们一定可以得胜。
For sure, we can win the victory.
你知道基甸的胜利不是可以说是历史里面最早的突击这个心理战。
You know, the victory of the Gideon, actually, that's in the war history, that is the earliest, the sudden attack, like it's called a psychology war. Psychological war.
可是只是神发明的。
God invented this.
其实现代的以色列的军事专家，
Actually, the current, the Israel, those the specialists about the war.
他们对基甸整套的计划行动，
And when they look at the complete plan from Gideon
人手的配用，
and how to just allocate those people
经查，
and to do the investigation
时间的把握。
and how to control the time, manage the time.
在打仗的时候，最困难的就是这个时间的把握。
The hardest part in the battle is to manage the time
所以敌人在动，你也在动，
because your enemies are moving and you're moving.
所以我们常常有一句话说 ，fluid battlefield。
So we call fluent battlefield.
这个战场上就好像一体一样，很难中控制的。
So they call it's just because the battlefield is just like the fluid. It's so hard to control.
可是当我们现代人去看到当年这个基甸作战的时候，我们都很佩服。
So when we look at how Gideon fight the battle, we just really admired.
基甸是一个农夫啊，
You know, Gideon actually he's a farmer.
种田的。
He's the one. He's a
他这一
farmer.
套的军事本领是哪里来的？
So where does all those techniques that he came
他
from?
的计划不是基甸的计划，
This plan is not Gideon's plan.
是神的计划。
It's God's plan
因为他顺服，
because he obeyed God.
他依照神的计划，
He followed God's plan.
结果有这个胜利。
So had the victory.
你知道我们美国每年都有打台风，
And you know, like every year in the United States, there's a hurricane.
在过去几十年有很多大的台风。
In the past, like 10, 20 years, and there's the big hurricane.
我记得1992年8月
I remember August 1992,
有一个大台风叫 Hurricane Andrew，
and this called the Hurricane Andrew,
Andrew 他就打到 Florida 的南部，
and hit the southern part of Florida.
那个时候那一年非常惨重，
And it just very severe,
民居毁了，
and all those houses were destroyed,
商业的建筑物也毁了，
and all the commercial buildings were destroyed,
是人命受损害，
and also the people's life and the belongings was
经
damaged.
济上的损失是1亿的。
And with all those loss, it's like $1 billion.
可是有一个记者到灾区去采访，
But there's a news reporter. He went to those places and to take a look.
在一个完全被毁的这个 subdivision 里面，
So and there's the house subdivision.
所有的房子都掉了，
All the houses were destroyed,
有一家没有事情，
but there's one house was still standing there,
完全没有损害，
and just very just perfect. No
所以这个记
nothing.
者就很好奇啊，
So this news reporter is very
这是什么
curious.
原因啊？
He said, "How come?"
所以他就找到这个盖房子的人，
So he just found this builder.
他说为什么你的房子不倒的？
So he asked him that, what is the reason your house is still very
他说
intact?
其实我们佛罗里达州的工程师都有特别的设计的。
And he said, because in the state of Florida, and they have a special design for the house.
我们叫做 building codes 啊。
And it's called building code.
他说我是按照完完全全的 building code 来盖的，
And he said, I built this house fully according to this building code.
没有偷工。
And I don't have any cheating.
剪料。
I have no cheating on the workmanship and the
房顶如果
materials.
是用 2x6， 我就用 2x6 的。
If the rule, the code is but 2x6 wood, then I'll use it.
他说这个 Florida 的 code 就说，我们如果完全根据这个 code 来盖的话 ，hurricane 都打不掉的。
And he said, if we build a house just fully according to this code, and then the house will be
他说
perfect.
我就跟着做，
So I just follow the code.
结果真的是 hurricane 打不掉。
So therefore, the hurricane did not destroy this house.
他说你的意思是其他的房子没有跟着 code 来做啊？
And then the news reporter asking, so do you mean other houses they did not build according to the
他
code?
说这个你看就知道了。
And he said, use your eyes to see.
各位弟兄姊妹，
Dear brothers and sisters,
如果我们按照圣经里面的真理来生活，
if we live our life according to God's will,
我们就可以得到德性的生活。
we can have the life of a victory life.
今天我们有没有遇到试探？
Today, do we have any temptation?
好像台风一样在我们周围刮起来。
It's just like a hurricane just kind of blow that's come to us.
我们要用神的话语来抵挡。
We have to defeat it with God's words.
圣经里面怎么样说啊？
How what the Bible says?
敬畏耶和华就是智慧的开端。
The Bible says to fear the Lord, actually this is the beginning of the wisdom.
聪明跟智慧是不是一样啊？
Is smartness the same as wisdom?
不是的。
No.
这个世界有很多聪明的人，
In this world, there are many people, they're very smart.
只有敬畏耶和华的人才是真正有智慧的。
Only the ones who fear the Lord has the true wisdom.
我们只有信靠顺服，
All we can do is trust and obey.
才可以在主里面得胜有喜乐。
That's the only way we can have the joy and to win the victory.
此外，并无别法。
Other than that, no outlet.
让我们从基甸的身上
Let's just learn from Gideon's life
学到这个宝贵属灵的功课，
to learn this precious spiritual lesson.
不向罪恶低头，
Do not bow our neck to
不
sins,
凭眼见，
not by the eyesight,
只凭信心，
by our faith,
顺服在神的带领之下，
and just follow God's guiding
打美好的胜仗。
and to fight a good fight.
我们一起祷告。
Let's pray.
天父，我们感谢你的恩典，
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for your grace.
让我们看到基甸的故事。
And let us see Gideon's story.
求主把基甸属灵的功课
God, just please let us, with his spiritual lesson,
在我们的生活里面活出来，
so we can live out of our life.
与我们同在，
Please be with us.
让你的名得荣耀。
May your name be glorified.
奉耶稣基督圣名。
We pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.